An homage?
Bit of an homage.
Oh my God!
I think his fender came off.
Put down 1240.
Wow. Oh my God.
What? All right, we're back for another episode of Hoonicorn vs. the World, where we drag race this 1,400 horsepower twin turbo Hoonicorn with this, Mr. Ken Block.
It's been fun. I've been driving straight and winning because apparently the Hoonicorn's faster than we thought it would be.
When we first set out to do this, we had no idea how fast this is. So here's what we know. It's faster than a McLaren Senna, faster than the world's fastest RS3, the world's fastest Dahm, the world's fastest diesel up Pikes Peak, and it's also faster than a trophy truck.
Which makes all this kind of seem like video game matchups.
Well, that's where it all came from because we saw kids racing the Hoonicorn when it first came into the Forza game against all sorts of different things.
Which is what inspired this whole idea, the idea of taking the Hoonicorn and racing it against the weirdest collection of cars we could. All right, ready to race? How pumped are you?
This much pumped.
Fully pumped?
4 times pumped.
This is like a pretty special race. This car was built off of parts of the Hoonicorn.
An homage?
Bit of an homage. Anyway, Rob Dahm and his 4-rotor. Before we even get into this.
Can we tell Rob's backstory of coming to this versus that?
Rob has been invited to this versus that three times now, and this is the first time he's shown up. We had no expectation of him being here. We still have no expectation of the vehicle actually making it to the runway. We don't know. We don't know what'll happen. But this whole journey for you started, what, 5 years ago?
5 or 6 years ago. And it was when my brother beat me in a race. I had way more horsepower, but he had the R35 GTR. And I was sitting there all bummed out. And then Gymkhana 7 came on.
And you were like, I want to build a Hoonicorn.
I saw that car. It was when Ken went through the LA River and bounced. And I was like, that suspension, that is beautiful.
Wait, of all things, the Gymkhana 7, it was
the water drop.
The suspension the guy used to
when you it picked up and it kind of did kind of like a backwards sort of thing. There was that little piece of wood or something that you had. That moment, I was like, okay, that suspension articulated, that was beautiful.
Oh, all right.
So you then...
All right, continue.
But I mean, like in a way, like we just referred to this as like it has a semi-homage to the Hoonicorn.
That's right.
And now you are here 5 years later. You have not actually driven this car at anger.
No.
Right? Like you made one slow test pass just to make sure that everything was nut and bolted together. You did first run of the car at Burnyard. Actually, that was Burnyard. That was also the first Burnyard we had Hoonicorn at. So.
It was so epic. Yeah, that was the first time I let go that clutch at full boost. Well, you know, two-stepping it and then just seeing what happened.
Let's talk about what it is.
Let's talk about what it is. It was an RX-7.
The only part that is still FD RX-7 are the door sills, and I'm gonna keep them. They're the stock car that I had when I was 19.
And the Affini markers.
Yeah, technically, the markers. Everything else is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I want people to look at it and say that's an RX-7, but it's not. And it's 6.5 inches stretched to accommodate the all-wheel drive system.
Which you can really tell when you look at it from this angle, like behind the front wheel.
Yeah.
That's like It almost looks like a Corvette.
The suspension is pound for pound the same suspension geometry as the Hoonicorn. And
Pop
then,
the hood. Let's
yeah.
It visually looks the same. I
Got
mean,
the-
Ken, come here and look. Tell me this doesn't look familiar.
This is a crazy setup.
Inboard, just like ours. Same style control arm.
And you know what makes me uncomfortable to say this to you guys, but I actually called up some of the vendors pretending I work for Hoonigan.
Yo, I respect it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I respect it.
By the way, no one else do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
I must break you.
So, the suspension geometry from the front of the car is the same. But then I took liberties on the way the suspension, articulates with the shock ratios. The drivetrain is completely different. So,
Of course.
So we diverge completely. Not just the rotary, but even the way I solved the all-wheel
Right,
drive.
so what are you?
Wait.
Yeah.
He solved the all-wheel drive.
I
There
was
was
forced.
something wrong with the all-wheel drive.
Yeah, the price tag for say that. So what is the all-wheel drive system?
The all-wheel drive system is actually out of an R32 GTR. I saw a lot of guys out in Australia launching the crap out of those cars, and I figured, okay, that seems like a good thing.
So before we even get into it, just give us a quick overview. What is this?
So this is a four-rotor, so it's a rotary engine, and of course the only ones that were made by Mazda aren't even like this. They sound very similar, and I turbocharged it.
It can pretty much
That's
eat an
supposed to be a
iPhone
$100
Max.
bill.
What type of horsepower is it making right now?
On my first dyno, going rear-wheel drive only though, I put down 1240.
1240.
1240.
Wow.
What boost?
That was 30 PSI, and the only reason we stopped was I promised myself I would stop after I hit 1200. I was shaking, absolutely shaking, because it started turning on the dyno. Like, it was pulling up and turning.
You have
Wow.
a pretty crazy injector setup
Yeah,
on
what
this
is-
too, isn't it? It's like pretty
Yeah.
massive sets of injectors going through.
Yeah, so I have 16 injectors, so 4 injectors per rotor, and I'm firing 2 at a time, basically.
Well, the cool thing, fortunately, unfortunately, is that we can actually look at your drivetrain right
Because
here.
there is no floor.
Okay, that door doesn't
Oh,
open as well
oh,
as
sorry,
this door.
sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so I promised I would have a floor of some sorts.
Safety 33rd.
Yeah. When you came to Burnyard, you didn't have a floor at all.
I didn't even have a floor,
You
no.
could see straight through them. You have like all this crazy custom stuff, and you still have the stock steering wheel. Is the airbag still in there?
Yeah, I made sure that's not connected, but if you use the horn is my line lock and disconnects all-wheel drive.
You self-taught yourself everything.
Honestly, yes. So
So let me ask you a question. You're a YouTuber. How much other YouTube do you watch to learn how to do things on YouTube?
I don't.
Like how many levels of Inception are you?
Yeah.
Like who are you watching on YouTube?
Hoonigan.
Oh God, you're
Yeah.
screwed.
Dude, you're screwed.
That's why I blew both drive shafts.
So 3,300 pounds, 1,200 horsepower, similar size tires. I mean, it sounds
It's a
on
real.
paper.
It's on paper. It sounds
it's
like the
real
Hoonicorn.
friggin' close. So have you had much time to look at the Hoonicorn?
I mean, we don't need to look at this. Let's
Wait,
just-
hold on.
Yeah.
Does he have a ruler with them? Because if so, don't let him hear this thing.
Actually, you know what? You're not allowed to look at the Hoonicorn.
All of a sudden, he's selling his own Hoonicorns.
Yeah, I've obviously obsessed over it and looked at it.
Well,
from-
you've done like crazy stuff, like figuring out our dimensions, right? Like,
Yeah.
What? Tell everyone at home what
so
you did.
If you look at, there's that Speed Hunter article that Vaughn helped write, and in that article there's a picture. There's 2 pictures of the Hoonicorn's CAD, and they're isometric pictures. So I actually went and took a screenshot of the
I actually
picture.
don't remember this
Oh,
at all.
yeah. Well,
Wait, we put out CAD drawings?
yeah. It was a really small picture. Really
No,
small
Vaughn
picture.
did.
Yeah.
It's all Vaughn's fault.
And so I actually zoomed in and said, okay, this is 5 pixels wide, and I know that that's this long on the car. The tire's an 18-inch tire. So I actually said, okay, that's X number of pixels, and then I measured everything else on the picture by number of pixels. Okay, that's roughly this.
Yo, you know the internet joke when you're like, it's photoshopped, I know because I counted the pixels?
Yeah.
This man actually counted the pixels. Also, come over and look. You should recognize the front suspension because
I've
the
never
inboard canty looks very similar to yours. Control arms look very similar.
They're just a different color, that's all.
Yeah, just a different anodized. And then instead of a 4-rotor, we've got V8, 410, Roush Yates motor, which is like obviously their version of, this is based on the Windsor, right? Yeah, most
Oh,
Mazda's
wow.
based on the Windsor. Yeah, so it's like old school tech, but new school tech added to it. Revs to 8,600. I'm sure yours revs to like 10?
Yeah, 98.
98, okay.
Yeah.
Where's Beep Boop? We gotta get him out of here. Raise the rev limiter, we're going.
And then obviously this is methanol fed, so no intercooler, only cools via the fueling.
Okay.
And
And we're both Garrett We both have Garrett turbos. You're
Yeah.
Two of mine might equal one of yours.
Yeah. Sadev trans. So you know that setup.
SC90.
Yeah. So.
Wait, you know the model number of this?
Because he tried
He doesn't even know the model number.
he tried to buy it off of Sadev and they told him no. Yeah. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So look, let's set the real groundwork
Yes.
right now. You've never driven that. We might have lost a cylinder earlier today.
Perfect.
We're gonna see how that works out. We normally start this, first run is always from a dig.
Yeah.
Right? But you're afraid of going from a dig because you think you might break your car on the first run.
Yeah, I'm a little drivetrain snappy shy.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've seen that, cut to that footage. Do you wear a jock strap when you drive that thing? Just like a metal, like an Iron Maiden. All right, here we go. We're gonna actually race these things, finally. It's been a long time coming. You ready, Rob?
Yes.
Hoonicorn versus Hoonicorn. I hope I don't get fired for this. I gotta respect my JDM roots. I'm going Rob Dahm.
This whole episode's been all about math, and the math says Hoonicorn. Lighter, a little bit more power, a little bit more chem block.
I told you I'd never bet against Hoonicorn, but if I was going to, it would be something like this. I'm just scared for Rob. You know what? I just hope that both teams have fun.
Team fun?
Team fun.
Team fun.
Dude, I don't know. If it was a betting man, I would definitely go with Ken and Hoonicorn.
By speed or just living after the end of the race? I gotta give it to the corn. Ken and the corn.
This would be one of those things where it would be a complete freak accident and that thing could win because it's got all the power. On paper, it says it could win, but it's also their first run. But this thing's also down on power today, so who knows? But I mean, my vote would be Hoonicorn. So here we go. Out of mercy for Rob Dahm's drivetrain, we're gonna start with a rolling hit. I know, it's a break from the norm here, but we're gonna let him go from a roll, and we're gonna go all the way to the second flag, and then after that, we go to a hit. It's gonna be loud.
It's gonna be a loud one.
It's gonna be a loud one.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
What?
What was that? The hood flew
Hood
off?
flew off.
Oh my God. Where's Hurt today?
Pork
my
Stallion
God.
tribute.
The car looks like it ran good though. It did the
Not
thing.
bad for its first run.
Yeah. What goes on here? Oh my God! Ah!
Oh my God.
What the?
Wow.
You blew the welds off your hood? Wow, windshield didn't break.
Hey Rob, please tell me that you welded that really early in your welding experience. Oh shit, you blew the back window out.
Holy.
Wow.
Go big or go home, I guess. I'm going again.
Hey, let's sweep the glass.
Yeah, let's sweep the glass.
You don't need hood.
Man.
If we get
I saw him coming down the track back at me with it up like that. I was like, oh, that's rally.
I think his fender just came off. I think his fender came off.
Oh my God.
good though. It's good.
That's a good run. That's a good run. Yo, on the last run, it's just gonna look like Shark Cart.
Oh my God, look at that.
Wow. Not bad, dude.
Dude.
Three cars. Not bad for your second run ever in this car.
Dude, this thing's fast.
This thing rips.
Oh.
How stoked are you?
That was epic. I only have it at 20% wastegate duty too.
I think the first person to lose a race by 3 cars would be really excited, and you deserve it.
Oh my God, yeah. That was amazing.
I'm happy for you, bro. This is rad.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Wait, is your laptop just like in the car running?
Yo, Scotto.
I'm gonna point something out, but homeboy right here had that saw in his pocket. He knew.
Okay, so here's the deal. Rob has lost his hood, his rear windshield, part of a quarter panel, but
He's getting faster.
He's getting faster. So this race, they're gonna run from the dig, just see what it do. Ken's, like the Hoonicorn's motor's a little hurt. This we don't even know about, let's just see what happens.
Round 3.
I think he got him, yeah.
I think he got him. I told Ken, I was like, I don't know if you want to give him the hit, but Ken gave him the hit.
He was taking so long to get into the sequence that Ken looked over and then he left and then Ken was like, went back.
Run it back, run it back, run it back. So now let's just go straight up. Told you shouldn't have given him the hit.
I didn't know if he was going or not going.
How'd that feel?
Oh my f***ing God.
So you got him by a half.
That jumped.
Keep your helmet on.
Okay.
Let's go, before we lose all light, let's just go straight up now, because he let you get the hit that time. Let's just do a straight up race. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, that RX-7's fast.
That's
driving
angry.
What was that?
Super fast.
What was that machine gun fire from Ken there?
I think that might be the end of that motor.
There was some serious flames off the top.
You put full sauce in that.
Yeah,
That's full sauce. Pretty juicy right now.
Yeah.
How was
Did he
that?
get a good launch?
What?
Did he get a good launch?
No. But it was sick. Pretty awesome.
The pops are real.
This thing looks like it scoots, man.
If I'm gonna lose, that's how I want to do it. That was how to do it.
You might have biffed the launch a little bit, but once it started going,
But now you had a straight up run. So, and honestly, a lot of that's just like you getting used to the car and getting used to the launch. How stoked are you, dude?
I came here and
I'm stoked for you.
So much.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
So here's the question. Will it do donuts?
I turned around in the dirt. I'm like, I'm miniature Ken Block. I gunned it in the dirt and turned sideways. Like, yeah.
I think
That was a big pop! That thing is terrifying.
Woo! Shit!
It's so fast!
commit.
He's like, I'm good.
I'll need more space to try it again.
Whatever.
It's something.
I just want you to read something real quick, if you wouldn't mind. All right, can you read what's
Read
written
the
there?
top comment from the first Hoonicorn versus the world.
Okay. Me. Oh my god. I can't imagine what it's like to line up next to the Hoonicorn. How wild. I can't imagine. Still, how wild.